Okay, these are the weekly recommendations. So for this month, I'm just putting these in the Academy, and I've been guided to take some time off of social media and being in the mastermind. So there's a lot of stuff I feel like I need to share. So I'm going to try to do that. Otherwise, if I feel like I need to share stuff, I will. But so this last week, we had a huge shift, and this has been confirmed. So it's not just my gut feeling and that my channeled messages I've been getting, but I've read and seen a lot of people that I respect and completely trust as channels and connections that were seeing similar things. They're describing it very differently, but it's the same thing. So basically the 3D grid was moving in the direction of the inverted Godhead, God source, okay? And that just released, and the 3D grid is now moving towards the organic God source, okay? So what this is this is the shift from 3D to 4D, okay? 5D is still a different grid system, okay? That's what it was shown in this. So what's going on in the collective energy is, and I was seeing this with a lot of different people, is this dizzy kind of absent, disconnected, feeling like they're in an alternate reality type of energy. And that was this release. It basically, it was being shown to me like a rubber band that just snapped back, and it happened really quickly. So people are just kind of discombobulated for a little bit. So some of you guys that have already shifted in the higher density ranges that were experiencing this are probably just mirroring or tuning into the sensations of other people, but also it's the planet made a huge shift there, okay? So what's going to happen from here on out is people are going to need to attune to the 4D energies, because what I got here is the frequency of the people that this affected pretty dramatically. The frequency is around 50 kilohertz. So they're a little lower than the majority of people that are going to be moving into 5D. And so they may remain at 4D, and that's fine. As far as grounding, regrounding into the 4D, I'm actually going to need to do a little more research on that. But the most important thing right now is people open the higher gateways, clear the lower gateways, and the lower chakras. So what I'm seeing is a huge activation and expansion in the third eye and the high heart, okay? The heart as well as the high heart. So this is 4D. Once this opens, then you can move with the flow into the organic universe. And so a huge collective of people shifted their third eye activation, heart activation, okay? But everything else is pretty distorted. Higher gateways are kind of open, not really. Lower gateways are really distorted, and the lower three chakras are really distorted. The top three levels of the field, the 5th, 6th, and 7th, are all congested. I didn't see any blocks here. So people will need to start working to raise their frequency so they can actually connect to the 5th, 6th, and 7th levels of the field. You can't even connect to that information or energy until your frequency rises to a level that you can attune to that, okay? So the grids and people in general are going through a massive purification. They will be going through this for the next, I don't know how long, there's no way of really knowing, but they're beginning to harmonize with their soul vibration now. So as they purify, they'll start aligning with the soul vibration. And then also a lot of people will start activating these higher dimensional gifts that maybe they've never even tuned into before, but they're going to start seeing it now. Recommended stuff, session work and meditations are the DNA repair, because there was a massive DNA activation. So you can go in and clear out the stuff that you don't need anymore and reharmonize so that these activations smooth out. Diamond Light Source Fractal Meditation in the guided meditation series is recommended because this will help attune you to source energy. Then we have galactic communication, or the frequency of 714 hertz. And this is the throat. This is the activation of the throat chakra, so this is 5D, and this will help attune people to galactic and cosmic energies. And then lastly, we have the Kujikiri, empowering the hands. So for a lot of people that maybe aren't into the Ascension stuff and the energy healing, and it's maybe a little too far out there, the Kujikiri is the same way of doing the energy stuff, but you work with mudras and mantras. It's an ancient technique. It's a really great place to start to work on clearing the lower chakras and the energy system and expanding. So that is recommended for some of you guys. So basically what I'm getting with the, let me look at this just really fast. Oops. The 4D, let me just see what's recommended. Okay, so those people that are not in 5D and they're feeling this spacey, out of it energy, they're going to need to activate the Merkaba, Merkava, and Merkava, Merkava, and Merkava, sorry, I get those confused. And that will help stabilize the frequency so that you can reground into the 4D. You guys are going to begin experiencing more multidimensionality. So working with Retsu and the Kujikiri will help you with multidimensionality, as well as working with sound, freeform dance. Grounding, let me just see. Grounding in 4D. Oh yes, okay. So all you have to do is reground, because 5D is a completely different system right now. 4D, because the grid snapped back, you just have to reground. So you're gonna ground into the emerald, the soul star and the core of Gaia, okay? 4D Gaia. So just set that intention. This is going to be more of a green hue at the core of Gaia now instead of the red, okay? And that's what you're going to want to work on. I'm going to need to confirm that because I haven't worked with 4D because we were shifting from 3D to 5D. But you can reground, and if that doesn't feel comfortable for you, then you're going to need to shift into the 5D system, okay? If you have a hard time grounding into 4D, you'll need to shift into 5D, but your frequency has to be a certain level for that to happen. So, yeah, let me know your feedback, and if you have any clients or people that are going through this shift, kind of how they're navigating, that would be great. So you can send me an email. And if you have any questions, please reach out.